Okay guys, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ngayon ay mag-aaral tayo ng tungkol sa mga iba't ibang modules na ginagamit sa ALS, particular na ang MyDev modules 1 to 9. Now, ang siyang gagamitin natin ngayon ay yung pang-opening. Ang MyDev modules ay ginagamit sa Learning Strand 4, Life and Career Skills. Ang Life and Career Skills ay itinuturo sa bawat Pilipino sa ngayon para matutunan natin kung ano-ano ba ang mga kinakailangan nating skills o mga kasanayan para sa paghahanap buhay na magagamit natin sa pang-araw-araw. At kung paano maging mahusay at kung paano maging competitive na isang manggagawa. Ang araling ito ay pasok sa Learning Strand 4 na maaaring pag-aralan ng advanced elementary, junior high school, and senior high school. So, simulan natin siya. Ang gagamitin natin ngayon ay opening lamang ng life and career skills. So, bukod sa 1 to 9 na module ng MyDev, ito ay ang panimula lamang. So, maikli lamang ang araling ito, ngunit susundin natin lahat ang mga gawain at gagawin natin ang mga gawain na nakapaloob sa araling ito. So, bago natin matutunan ang module na ito, pagkatapos natin panoorin ng mga video at pag-aralan ang module na isa-send sa inyo, dapat matutunan natin ang mga sumusunod. You should learn to introduce yourselves at sa inyong mga kasama. Meron tayong activity tungkol dyan after watching the video kung paano magpakilala ng tama at ano ba ang pamamaraanan ng pagpapakilala sa sarili kung tayo ay magtatrabaho. Remember na ang ating tinutukoy dito ay hindi ang ating sariling personal, kundi kapag tinanong tayo ng tungkol sa ating sarili, ay sinasabi natin ang tungkol sa trabaho. Excuse me, hindi tungkol sa ating personal, kundi ito ay ang tinatanong dito ay ang pagpapakilala tungkol sa may kinalaman sa paghahanap buhay o trabaho. Number 2, ma-review natin kung ano ba ang MyDev at ano ang tungkol sa programang ito. 3, maging pamilyar sa mga nilalaman ng mga bawat module na isesend ko sa inyo sa group chat. 4, maintindihan at sumang-ayon sa mga iba't ibang modalities o pamamaraan ng programa ng ALS tungkol sa mga skills training na matututunan natin sa mga bawat module na ibibigay sa inyo. And gagawa rin tayo ng isang simple business proposal at community service project plan na magagamit natin sa hinaharap sa pagpaplano sa paghahanap buhay. Okay? So, ang ating unang activity, please tell us about yourself. Ito nga yung sinasabi ko kanina, panoorin natin yung video. At para matutunan natin ang tamang pagpapakilala tungkol sa ating sarili. Again, remember, ang pagpapakilala sa sarili na tinutukoy dito ay hindi tungkol sa inyong personal na sarili, kundi ang inyong tungkol sa may kinalaman sa trabaho o paghahanap buhay. So let's watch the video muna.
Hey, it's Lynna Rayner of LynnaRayner.com, career strategist, speaker, and coach. And in this video, I'm going to teach you 3 tips in order to answer the Tell Me About Yourself interview question the right way so that you can stand out in front of hiring managers and ideally land more job offers. Now, before we begin, there are a couple of ground rules that you need to know before you can develop the perfect answer to this question. Rule number 1. Do not talk about your personal or family life. When someone asks you, tell me about yourself, they're not actually asking you to tell them about your personal life choices and the mistakes that you've learned from and how you got here as a human being. They're not actually asking you to tell them about yourself. They're actually asking you to tell them about your qualifications, your experiences, as well as why you're a good fit for this role. That's it. They just want to know about your professional background and experience in a nutshell. Rule number 2, do tell a story. Even though I said you shouldn't be telling them your life story, you do want to tell them your professional work story. I'll get into details about this a little later, but essentially a good professional work story means that it needs to be engaging, compelling, clear, and complete. So now that we've got the ground rules out of the way, let's move on to our 4 major tips on how to answer the Tell Me About Yourself interview question. Okay, so let's start off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is to give a snapshot of your work history. So what this means is you're going to go back in time to the earliest professional job that you've ever held, and you're going to start your story from there. So you're essentially going to describe what company you worked at, what the title was that you held when you were in that position, how long you stayed in that position for, and most importantly, what were your major responsibilities in that position. So for example, let's just say that you started off your career 5 years ago as a financial analyst. Okay, let's just make this up. Let's just use another accounting example. You started off your career as a financial analyst 5 years ago, and then you moved up to senior financial analyst, and now you're a finance manager. When you tell your story, you're going to start with your role as a financial analyst. And you're going to say something along the lines of, I started off my career as a financial analyst 5 years ago with XYZ Company, where I performed full cycle accounting duties, month-end close procedures, and assisted with budgeting and forecasting on a monthly basis. So now you're going to do that for each and every one of your positions. You're essentially telling mini work snapshots for every position that you've held up to the current position that you're holding right now. Tip number 2, make your mini stories achievement oriented. So after you've told the employer about the company that you were at, the title that you held, the number of years you were there for, and the major responsibilities that you had in that position, you're then going to also describe one major accomplishment that you were able to achieve in that role. So I explained a lot about what accomplishments were in my previous video, Resume Hacks, How to Make a Resume Stand Out, which is in the link below. But at the same time, I'll explain it here. An accomplishment is any time where you have saved time, saved money, improved processes, improved profitability. I mean, anything where you've done something that has created a quantifiable, ideally quantifiable result for your company or your department. So to add on to our example, you would say, in that role, a major accomplishment I'm most proud of was that I was able to reduce the time spent on month-end procedures by developing an Excel model which automated a major accounting process. This resulted in a time savings of approximately 1 day per month. So you'll do both this tip number 2 and tip number 1 in conjunction with each other for every single position that you've held. Now on to tip number 3. Tell the employer what you know about this role. Once you've gone through your entire story and you've told the employer about your major roles as well as the accomplishments that you've achieved, it's now time to acknowledge to the employer what you know they need for this particular position that they're hiring for. So to continue on our example, you'll then say, I understand that for this position of finance manager that you're hiring for, you're looking for someone with strong process improvement skills. The reason why this is so important and that so many people don't do this is because what it does psychologically is that it tells the employer that not only are you aware of your abilities and your achievements, but that you're also aware of his or her needs as well and what they're looking for. And when you can say something as simple as just simply acknowledging, I'm aware that, for this role you need process improvement skills and abilities, it's creating a connection with the employer. It's not you any longer just talking at them, you're talking to them. Finally, on to tip number 4. Tell the employer why you're the right fit for what they need. This is the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on top, and it's the one thing that many, many people do not even bother to say when they're answering this or many other interview questions. And that is, to tell the employer, to literally spoon feed them, to maybe even brainwash them into understanding why you are the one and only and perfect fit for this position. So to add on to our example, you would say something like, overall, due to my strong background and achievements in successfully identifying gaps and creating efficiencies, I am confident I'll be able to succeed in this role that you're hiring for. You need to tell the employer why you're the right fit for the job. If you don't end off with this, it's going to end off on a flat note. It's going to not be the most stellar response. It's just going to sound like everybody else's response. But in this case, you are making it very clear and specific, even without them having asked you why you're the right fit. You're literally just feeding it to them and telling them, I'm the right fit for the role, above all else. So now you know how to answer one of the toughest interview questions, but do you know if your resume stands out enough that you'll even land the interview in the first place? If not, then feel free to download a free copy of my 10 ultimate
Okay, so ayun, napanood natin yung video na yon. Yung video na yon ay mainly tungkol sa pag-a-apply sa trabaho. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, marami siyang mga rules. Pwede nyong balik-balikan yung mga video tungkol doon sa mga tips and rules kung paano ini-introduce ang sarili kung tayo nag-a-apply ng trabaho. Pwede natin siyang balik-balikan anytime sapagkat ito ay recorded naman at laging makikita natin dito sa ALS sa Nel Deponso online aralan page. Okay? So para sa ating activity, for 15 minutes, susulat tayo ng essay writing. 15 minutes lang po. In a whole sheet of paper, write something about yourself that consists of 3 paragraphs, 3 sentences per paragraph. Okay? Gagawa po kayo ng 3 paragraph na may 3 pangungusap bawat paragraph. Okay, so pwede na po tayong magsimula now. 15 minutes lang po ito. At pagkatapos nyo po maisulat yan, isesend nyo po yung mga ginawa nyo sa aking messenger para ma-check at makita nyo po kung ano po ang inyong dapat improve o dapat pang mga itama sa inyong pagpapakilala sa sarili. Okay, next. Dito naman po tayo dadako na tayo sa work readiness skills at saka civic engagement skills. Okay? Ang work-related skills ay kailangan ninyong mga kabataan at mga iba pang katandaan din naman para maging successful kayo sa trabaho, sa formal o sa non-formal na mga sektor ng komunidad. Ang civic engagement skills naman ay mga skills o kakayahan para ma-improve ang quality ng pamumuhay sa ating komunidad at sa ating paligid. Ito yung mga sinasalihan natin ng mga iba't ibang organisasyon na nakatutulong sa ating pamayanan. So, tingnan natin din yung video tungkol sa civic learning skills. Civic work readiness skills.
Workplace skills as part of the career and college readiness lesson plans. Series provided by the California Career Resource Network, California Department of Education. In this lesson, you will learn to identify 21st century skills and how to develop them to be successful in school and work. 21st century skills describe the abilities you will need to develop in order to be successful in your work life. 21st century skills can be broken into 4 categories: information and communication, thinking and problem solving, interpersonal and self-directional, and technical. Information and communication skills are the ability to communicate clearly in writing and speaking. Thinking and problem-solving skills include the ability to look at a problem and figure out how to put the pieces together for a solution. Interpersonal and self-directional skills include the ability to work in teams. Technology skills include working with computer software on a variety of devices. So which 21st century skills do you already have, and which ones do you need to develop? Information and communication, thinking and problem solving, interpersonal and self-directional, technical. This lesson and other resources are available on the California Career Resource Network's website.
Okay, so yun naman yung video tungkol sa workplace skills o work readiness skills. Okay? So meron din kayong gagawin tungkol dyan mamaya tungkol sa work readiness skills. So, doon sa work readiness skills, kung mapapansin nyo, ay itinuturo ang tungkol sa mga kung gaano kayo kahanda sa pagtatrabaho. Yan. So, matututunan nyo yung 21st century skills, school and work success. Pag nagkaroon kayo ng tamang skills sa workplace skills o work readiness skills. So, what are 21st century skills? Meron tayong tinatawag na IT o Information and Communication. Dito sa 21st century skills, mahalaga na sa panahon ngayon ang marunong kang gumamit ng internet at marunong kang gumamit ng mga applications o marunong kang gumawa ng application tungkol sa information and communication. Kasi ang lahat ng bagay ngayon masyado nang mabilis. Mabilis ang komunikasyon at mabilis na rin ang pagpapasa ng information. Noong unang panahon, kinakailangan magturo ng teacher sa pamamagitan ng aklat, sa pamamagitan ng mga field trips, para lang magkaroon ng tamang impormasyon na matututunan ang mga bata. Pero sa panahon ninyo, ay pwede nang wala nun sapagkat ang information and communication ay napakadali nang makuha sa pamamagitan ng internet. Kung meron kang kailangan isang bagay, ay pupunta ka lamang sa Google at isa-search mo lamang yung information na kailangan mo. And then sa communication naman, lahat ng klase ng communication ay meron na tayo. Meron tayong laptop, cellphones, tablets, etc. Websites at saka mga iba pang mga bagay na po pwedeng magkakaroon tayo ng pag-uugnayan. Meron din tayong social media which is napakalakas ngayon at ito naman ay karamihan ay libre. So madali na ang komunikasyon para sa atin. Ngunit sa sa pagkakaroon ng sa tamang paggamit ng information and communication, dapat meron din itong mga tinatawag na information and communication etiquettes. Hindi tayo pwedeng maging bastos, hindi tayo po pwedeng maging sanggano sa pakikipag-communicate o pagpo-post ng mga bagay na maaaring maka-offend sa iba o maaaring makasakit ng kalooban ng iba. Huwag nating gagawin yon. Okay? Isa rin sa mga skills na kailangan ninyo ay magkaroon ng thinking and problem solving. Dapat magaling din kayo sa thinking and problem solving. Ano ba yon? Dapat ba magaling ka sa math? Oo, pwede rin. Pwede rin namang hindi masyadong magaling. Ang mahalaga lang, marunong kang mag-reasoning. Marunong kang mga tuwiran sa tamang pamamaraan. Next. Interpersonal and self-direction. Itong number 3 na ito ang ating ginagamit ngayon. Ito ang ating pinag-aaralan ngayon, yung interpersonal and self-direction. Ito ay kung paano natin paunlarin ang ating sarili at magkaroon tayo ng pangsariling kaisipan kung saan natin dadalhin ang ating sarili para tayo ay umunlad. At pang-apat, technical. Sa information and communication sa number 1, dapat marunong ka rin ng technical. Ibig sabihin ng technical, bukod sa marunong kang gumamit ng mga gadget, dapat may kaalaman ka na rin kung paano ito ginagawa o magkaroon ka na rin ng tamang kaalaman paano ito pinoprogram o paano ginagawa ang mga kung paano gumagana ang isang bagay. So, iyan ang mga apat na kailangan ng skills ng mga kabataan at katandaan sa ngayon. Okay? So, yun yung mga dapat tandaan tungkol sa work readiness skill. Yun yung mga apat na bagay na dapat mayroon kayo. Yun ang kailangan niyo para maging successful kayo sa hinaharap sa formal, hindi formal at informal na sektor ng pamayanan. Meron din tayong writing space. Meron akong isa-send sa inyong gagawin for 15 minutes lang ulit tungkol sa work readiness and civic engagement. So, bago yon, panoorin muna uli natin ang video tungkol sa civic engagement skills. So, ano naman to? Ulitin ko, ang civic engagement skills, ito yung mga values and skills, mga kaalaman na ginagamit natin sa pang-araw-araw para ma-improve natin ang quality ng ating buhay sa ating pamayanan at sa pang-araw-araw na paghahanap buhay. So tingnan natin, panoorin din natin ang video tungkol sa civic engagement skills para matutunan nyo at mas tumibay pa ang inyong kaalaman tungkol sa bagay na ito.
Perfect. No place on earth is perfect. Every community has a unique set of problems. Problems like corruption, pollution, unequal access to education, scarce affordable housing, hunger, or lack of quality health care. So whose job is it to solve these problems? Local government? Businesses? Non-profits or NGOs? Academic institutions? All of these sectors are important in a healthy society, but even if they wanted to, no single sector could solve all of a community's problems. That's why communities need individuals who are also working to solve local problems. It's called civic engagement. It's anytime someone takes action to better their community and encourages others to do it too. Authentic civic engagement is built on a shared understanding of community needs and a deep commitment to collaboration. Vibrant democracies create space for and encourage civic engagement. And when people make it their priority to engage, democracy is strengthened. Civic engagement takes many forms. It can be political, but it also looks like volunteering, joining a local organization, raising money for causes you care about, or using your voice to advocate. Anyone can be a civic leader. Change happens when ordinary people show up with compassion and courage. And together, we can form a powerful force for the creation of thriving, just, and free societies.
Okay. Excuse me. So yung napanood nyo na yun tungkol sa civic engagement. So, dun sa lesson na yon ay matututunan nyo naman kung paano ba tayo makatutulong sa ating komunidad? So sa mga activity na ibibigay ko sa inyo, kayo ay magsusulat ng tungkol sa isang pamamaraan na kung paano tayo makatutulong sa ating komunidad. Halimbawa, ngayon ay may pandemya, tayo ay naharap sa isang napakahirap na sitwasyon dahil sa COVID-19. Paano tayo makatutulong sa ating komunidad? Hindi ba sa pamamagitan lamang ng hindi paglabas ng bahay kapag hindi kailangan, tayo ay nagkakaroon na ng civic engagement doon dahil sumusunod tayo sa batas, sumusunod tayo sa pamamaraan ng pamahalaan para hindi tayo mahawahan o hindi tayo makahawa ng iba. Yun ay isang uri ng civic engagement skill. Katulad ng dito sa ating sa San Ildefonso, kapag lumalabas ang tao ay naka-schedule, bagamat tayo ay GCQ na, pero may schedule pa rin sa paglabas ng tao. Ibig sabihin, natuturoan natin ang ating sarili na paano maging disiplinado at hindi tayo makadagdag sa problema ng lokal na pamahalaan. So kayo, ano ang pwede nyong civic engagement skills bukod sa pagsunod sa batas ng pandemya? Paano kayo makatutulong sa inyong komunidad? Paano natin mapauunlad ang ating komunidad sa pamamagitan ng paggamit mismo sa sitwasyon na mayroon tayo ngayon? So, may mga activities kayong gagawin tungkol dyan na isesend ko sa inyong DC pagkatapos ng araling ito. So, makikita rin natin dito yung mga activity na gagawin. Okay. So, meron tayong mga worksheet na gagamitin. Job interview worksheet para ito sa work readiness. Activity lang naman ito. Okay? Lahat ng ito ay isesend ko sa inyo mamaya. Itong mga tanong na ito, isesend ko po sa inyo ito mamaya at sasagutan nyo po ito sa papel o sa notebook na mayroon kayo. Lahat po ng mga tanong dito ay sasagutin niyo at isesend nyo po sa akin pagkatapos ng sagutan para ma-check ko po kung ano po ang resulta ng inyong activity. Meron kayong magiging activity tungkol sa job interviews. Sasagutan nyo po. May mga tanong po siya. And then, education worksheet. May makikita rin kayo ng mga, kung natatandaan nyo, bago kayo nahinto ng pag-aaral, kung kayo ay nasa advanced elementary at saka junior high school, meron kayong mga programa ng high school na pinalilista sa inyo yung kurso ng mga gusto nyong kunin sa vocational school o kaya sa college. Ililista nyo rin po siya dyan. And then, meron tayong letter worksheet. Sasagutan nyo rin po ito. Ito pong cover letter worksheet ay para masagutan nyo ito, papanoorin nyo po uli yung video na una na nakita nyo kanina tungkol sa work readiness. Okay? So, ayan po ang mga practice activity. Meron din pong sample dito ng application for employment o parang by data o resume. Sasagutan nyo rin po yan. Lahat po ng nandito ay sasagutan nyo po at isesend nyo po sa akin kapag pagkatapos. Ito pong activity na isesend ko sa inyo ay good for 30 to 40 minutes po. Mabilis lang po itong gawin. So, ine-expect ko po na pagkatapos kong isend sa inyo to ay gagawin na po natin. Sa ganun po ay makatapos tayo rito sa MyDev opening at makapag-proceed na tayo sa ibang lesson natin. So, yun lamang po at yun na po ang katapusan ng ating lesson ngayon tungkol dun sa opening ng MyDev. At maraming salamat po at sana ay tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-aaral niyo sa ALS at nandito ang inyong Kuya Vlad para tulungan kayo sa inyong mga kailangan. Sama-sama tayong sama-sama tayong mag-aral at nang maabot natin ang ating pangarap, makatapos tayo ng junior high school sa taong 2021. Maraming salamat po and ingat po kayo. God bless.